Hello friends, happy new week. Last week Saturday morning, I remembered I had leftover ripe plantain and salad in my fridge, and I said to myself, is it not better I pair it with moimoi since I also have beans in the house? I went into the kitchen and performed a magic. That is to say, I prepared moimoi, fried plantain and salad. This combo is the best. Please give me your ears. I want to show you how I prepared this delicious moimoi. I started by selecting my beans with the help of my toddler. He was happy doing this. After selecting my beans, the next thing I did was to pour the beans inside a bowl. Added water and started washing off my beans almost immediately. How do I wash my beans? I wash my beans by rubbing my hands together with the beans. You can also wash your beans with a food processor or blender, but I always prefer using my hands to wash my beans. I added water to the peeled beans, brought a sieve, and started extracting the chaff in the beans. While doing this, some of the beans poured back into the sieve. I have to pick them. I extracted the chaff from the beans like 4 times before the beans became clean. When the beans became clean, I soaked with warm water for 2 hours because I want it to be easier for me to blend. The next thing I did was to prepare the peppers and the onion I'll be using to prepare this moimoi. I'll be using Tatasi, red bell pepper, ginger and garlic, onion, hot peppers. I removed the seed of the Tatasi and set that aside. I had this roasted fish I prepared in my kitchen, so I took one, deboned them and kept them aside. I'll be using them to prepare this moimoi. I removed the bones. Though the skin of the fish was hard to peel, but I tried. I peeled it and washed it, set that aside and moved to the next thing, which was the boiled egg I'll be using to prepare this moimoi. After boiling the egg, I transferred to a plate and poured cold water on it so that it will be easier for me to peel. These are the other ingredients I'll be using: vegetable oil, little palm oil, the boiled eggs, uncooked eggs, little jollof spice, seasoning cube, nutmeg. Nutmeg is a game changer. Salt, crayfish. I'm about to begin. After 2 hours, I went back to the beans, washed off the water I used to soak it and rinse it off. Let's take a look at these beans. It's very soft. This is the reason I soaked it, so that it will be easier for me to blend. I made sure I rinsed off carefully and started transferring to my blender. I added the peppers, the tatasi, the onion, ginger and garlic, and also added little water to blend. Please don't add too much water while blending your moimoi. Because I needed a smooth paste for my moimoi, I was checking these beans at intervals. I made sure I blended this moimoi paste into a smooth paste. I then transferred into a bowl. Can you see how smooth this paste is? Make sure your beans is properly blended. After that, I blended the remaining beans. I made sure it was smooth. While that was blending, I quickly grated my nutmeg. This is the best way I like it. Because my blender is not too powerful for smaller things, so I use grater. It's very good. I will set that aside, and this is the moimoi pouch I'll be using to prepare this moimoi. I prefer using moimoi leaf because it's medicinal, but because I didn't see moimoi leaf, I have to use the pouch I have in the house. While rinsing my pouch, I found out that my beans is ready. I have to transfer it to the bowl where I poured the previous one. This moimoi paste was so colorful. Do you know why? Because I added tatasi to it. And again, the aroma that was coming from that moimoi paste was intensive. I made sure I squashed my fish properly and removed the bones, transferred into the bowl, added my nutmeg, added little jollof spice, also dissolved my seasoning cube. I like dissolving it whenever I'm using it to prepare moimoi, and poured that into the moimoi paste, added salt, cracked raw eggs, crayfish, vegetable oil, palm oil. I want you to know that nutmeg is a game changer while making moimoi. You see nutmeg, you see ginger and garlic, is a game changer in your moimoi. The aroma of this moimoi paste was just like all over the house. I'm telling you. While doing this, you need to be extremely careful because we are not going to whisk in air into the moimoi. And remember, for you to have a light and soft moimoi, make sure your consistency is very light, because once moimoi gets cold, it becomes hard. I checked the consistency. I needed to add extra water, which I did. Tested it. The test was okay. I added extra water and stirred that together. The more you add water to your paste, the more the taste reduces. So I tested it again and found out that I needed to add little more salt and little more crayfish. Oh yes, I'm okay now. Everything is ready. I started transferring into my pouch. This is the consistency I got at the end of the day. If you want it to be more light, you can can add more water to this, but this is the exact consistency I want. If you're using pouch, don't overfill your pouch. Because I'm always scared of salt, I was stirring everything together before I make any scoop. After everything, I transferred to a pot, poured water, and started cooking my moimoi. While the moimoi was cooking on fire, I quickly brought out my leftover ripe plantain from the fridge, peeled the back, and decided to slice it into cube form. This is actually the size I wanted. If you know how sweetened overripe plantain can be, oh my god, I salted it, flipped everything together, made sure the salt was okay. I then placed my frying pan on fire. When the frying pan became dry, I added oil, little onion, and allowed to fry for a little while. The oil wasn't too hot before I added my plantain. Another thing I did was to assemble my veggies. At this point, I was already running out of time. The family was already, you know how Saturday morning can be. After everyone's already done with their chores. So I have to put everything together. I added cucumber, sweet corn, baked beans, carrots, added my cream and my milk. I like this combination so much. If you try this, oh my goodness, look at that salad, creamy. My plantain also became ready. I have to bring it out from the oil. I want you to know that the palm oil I added to this moimoi is optional. My moimoi is ready. I allowed it to cool off a little before dishing it out. Everything is ready. I was already running out of time. You know how Saturdays can be. Our food is ready. Will you be trying this recipe? You will enjoy this combo. No need of wasting time. Just try it. Thank you all for listening to me. Bye-bye. I love you. Please don't forget to watch, like, comment, and share our videos. God bless you.